Hey everybody, welcome to this week's TDG Presents Theme Thursday. This week we're talking about the Clifton Strengths Finder theme of Futuristic. Now, Futuristic ends up being a thinking theme that's all about, at its core, about potential. People with Futuristic see potential in whatever they're involved in. Now, that potential could be in what a person could become, what a project could become. People will go to restaurants and think, man, this dinner could have been a really good dinner. This restaurant could be a really amazing restaurant. This experience could have been a better experience. They always think about what could have been, and they like to see things actually fulfill their potential. So people with Futuristic, it's all about having vision for the long term. Now, Futuristic is thinking today, but about tomorrow. Now, we aren't just talking about 4 years or 5 years or 4 or 5 days. We can be as much as 20, 30 years out there. So people with Futuristic today has to in some ways connect with tomorrow, or you feel like it's pointless. You feel like there's a real need to make sure those things are interconnected. And so you're always thinking about what could be, what's possible. It's like setting a target way out there. Now, when we're young, Futuristic, the challenge of setting and meeting goals is very exciting. But over time, you realize there are a lot of factors beyond your control. Futuristic, if you're not careful, if goals don't work out exactly like you think they should, you can sometimes become more and more hesitant to set goals. Don't do that. Assess that sometimes you have to aim a little bit higher and accept the fact that gravity might pull things down a little bit. Now, being able to see the future and knowing how to get to the future are completely different things. People with Futuristic, they naturally go. In fact, I worked with a buddy many years ago who had Futuristic, and he would say to our interns, man, I can see you someday running this program. And the intern would look at them and say, really? How? And they're like, I have no idea, but it's totally gonna happen. Now, knowing the future and knowing how to get to the future is not the same thing. Now, I'm describing Futuristic in a bubble. It depends upon your other themes. But many times, people have vision, but not necessarily know, here's the next steps on what it takes to achieve that vision. So Futuristic, part of what you need to partner with are people who can come up with the next steps. Sometimes that can be anything from activator, arranger, developer, even achiever. Those people help you keep going. Now, if you have someone on your team that has Futuristic, but you keep making them focus in on the day-to-day details of maintenance or getting things started, you may find they become exhausted. Also, for Futuristic, the minute your current job, your current role, where you are, the minute it no longer fits into the long-term story of where it is you hope you'll be, the more you suddenly are exhausted. So if you're wondering for Futuristic, as long as you believe there's hope, you stick in. It can be problematic, it can be difficult, but if you still believe that the story you're involved in whatever job, relationship, whatever moment you're in, relates to the long-term story of your life, you're good. But the minute all hope or potential is lost in the setting you're in, you may find suddenly you're out. You just are done with it. And it happens kind of quickly. So when it comes to, again, the Dauphiny Group filter of communication, decision-making, and self-management, when it comes to communication, Futuristic often expresses with long-term. What will the long-term potential be? They listen for things that will have an impact on the future. In fact, things that are communicated that are post-mortem, looking backwards, like debriefing, like looking back, retrospectives, those things can be less energizing for them, unless, of course, they have things like context or even responsibility in some of those items. But Futuristic, they may be less inclined to listen to backwards looking. They're more forward looking because Futuristic is out in front of us. Now, decision making, they prioritize things that have long-term potential. They might invest in things they feel like are new and innovative and are visionary. Now, they also have the ability to move us to decision making by being very influential, because Futuristic doesn't just see the future, they see the future in so much detail, it's almost like they've been there and come back to tell us about it. And so we're going, wow, because they see the detail, man, it must be true. Being able to visualize that detail doesn't always mean it's real. So Futuristic prioritizes solutions that are moving forward, that have long-term legacy and potential. Be careful if you're making decisions with them not to be overly swayed by the detail they share. Vet that really well. When it comes to self-care, Futuristic, you need to do things that you think play a part in other people's potential. You'll actually find life, especially for relational themes mixed in with this, where you get to help others achieve that potential. Helping others set goals. In fact, part of your relational love language is going to be in helping others dream of things that are possible. Dreaming and creating new ideas, innovating, that just the act of dreaming about what is possible will be life-giving for you. That is the Clifton strength of Futuristic. If you have it or know somebody with it, go ahead and tag them on this Facebook page or YouTube channel. Hope you're doing really well. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow during Freestyle Friday. I'm back in town. It's going to get back on the rhythm of that. Going to do some other folks who submitted their Strengths Finder themes for like a live coaching session. So we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves. Love each other well. Lead courageously.